kind of, you put in one room everybody I have dated in my life, I can't tell you, like, I probably would not have swiped right on the vast majority of them. That's because they were clever, we had something in common, they were charming, they were really kind to me, like, you know, whatever it was, they were funny, you know, even that's kind of hard to get across.
You said something interesting in the book, which was people online are pre-selecting for things that they might not pre-select for in real life. So you see this as a man when you see women on their profiles writing must be 6 foot, for example.
Yes.
And then, yeah, and I have female friends who've written that stuff on their profiles. Then I asked them, hang on a minute, but you a guy you dated before, he wasn't 6 foot. Yeah, but he's different. And it's like, that was really interesting when you wrote about that, because it's something I'd noticed before. Like, some people may say they want these things, but it's not necessarily the things that they emotionally respond to, or if you have chemistry with someone, or if someone's compelling, their personality. Yeah, could you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's fundamentally, the apps will sell you the tagline that, you know, it's like making eyes with somebody at a bar, right? But the reality is, if you meet somebody in a bar, first of all, you've got so much more information, because you've got their body, you've got their body language, you have their voice, you have their mannerisms, you've got their chat, you've got their accent. You know, there's so many, 1,000 things that you can gain information from. It's not just a picture. And then in a bar, I mean, if kind of you put in one room everybody I have dated in my life, I can't tell you, like, I probably would not have swiped right on the vast majority of them. And that's because they were clever, we had something in common, they were charming, they were really kind to me, like, you know, whatever it was, they were funny, you know, even that's kind of hard to get across. And so I think overall, and these are the things, you know, that make you happy in a long-term relationship, right? Like, this is, you know, I cite this example in my book when OkCupid did this blind date experiment, and they found that, you know, everybody thinks they're looking for looks, and then when they send people on blind dates, they found that actually, even if there was like a huge disparity in people's attractiveness, it didn't have any impact on whether or not they had a good time. And when I read that, I found that so fascinating, because here we're basically structuring our entire romantic lives around this one factor that, you know, yes, you know, chemistry is important. I wouldn't even say looks are important. I'd say chemistry is important. Difficult to tell from a picture, and frankly, you know, is not the most important thing. And so, and the worst part is, I think you train your brain by swiping on attractive images all the time, just as we do with Instagram or pornography or anything else. You start to get used to that as a standard, right? And so then you get more disappointed when that's not what you have in real life. I mean, I've certainly seen that with myself. And yeah, and I just think it's not ultimately, you know, as you said with the 6 foot, like, it is quite superficial. So yes, the apps, of course, they are based on human nature, and technology only, you know, doesn't change human nature. It's just, but I do think it can change behavior. And I think that, you know, it's not really bringing out the best of us.